You're drowning right now, aren't you? Desperately gasping for air in an ocean of opinions, clinging to any scrap of validation that floats by. Every notification, every lingering glance, every half-hearted compliment, you're collecting them like they're keeping you alive. And here's the brutal truth you're refusing to face. They're not. The philosopher Epictetus once said, "Make it your goal to desire nothing that requires another person's approval." But you've made a career out of needing exactly that. Look at yourself right now. Think about the last time you were in a room with someone you admired. How quickly did you adjust your posture? How unnaturally did your laugh come when they made a mediocre joke? How desperately did you hang on every syllable they uttered? You're not unique in this weakness. You're painfully common. In every social interaction, there's someone reacting more than the other. There's someone giving their power away. And it's not subtle. It's engraved in memory like a scar. Right now, in your life, in your relationships, in your career, you're that person. The one leaning in too far. The one laughing too loudly. The one whose eyes scream, "Please like me," in a way that makes others recoil. What does that cost you? Everything. Let me tell you a truth that's going to sting. Your need for validation is rotting you from the inside. It's making you undesirable. It's making you weak. It's making you invisible in a world that only sees the solid, the immovable, the self-contained. The Chinese philosopher Lao Tzu understood this when he wrote, "Care about what other people think, and you will always be their prisoner." You're not just a prisoner. You've become the guard, the walls and the chains. The validation you crave? It's like feeding a stray dog. The moment you start, you've created an addict that will never be satisfied. Every morsel of external approval you consume just deepens the hunger. You think that next like, that next compliment, that next moment of recognition will finally fill you, but it never will. Never. Do you know what happens when you overvalidate others? When you give away your power by reacting too much? They get full. They get bored. They get repelled. Imagine right now that I'm feeding you, spoonful after spoonful. At first, it's satisfying. Then it's enough. Then it's uncomfortable. Then it's revolting. That's what you're doing when you chase validation. You're force-feeding the very people whose approval you want until they can't stand the sight of you. Our DNA is designed to optimize. Once someone gets what they need from you, they're programmed to look elsewhere. This isn't cruelty, it's survival. It's evolution. It's the natural order that you're fighting against with every needy text, every anxious glance, every desperate attempt to be seen. Machiavelli knew this dark truth of human nature centuries ago. Men are so simple and yield so readily to the desires of the moment that he who will trick will always find another who will suffer to be tricked. Your neediness makes you the perfect mark, the one who will always suffer to be tricked. You've been chasing the wrong movie. In your mental film, you're the supporting character in everyone else's story, the sidekick, the extra, the backdrop, the one whose value is determined by how well you serve someone else's plot. Say this with me: I am the hero in my own movie. But words are cheap, aren't they? Your actions, your constant orientation around others, tell the truth your mouth won't admit. Your selective focus, what psychologists call your reticular activation system, is pointed outward, analyzing reactions, hunting for crumbs of approval, scanning for rejection. It should be pointed inward. Right now, as I speak to you, I'm feeling my breath. I'm aware of the ground beneath me. I'm present in my body. I'm the center of my own experience. I'm not leaning into the camera begging for your approval, wondering if you like what I'm saying, if you're going to subscribe, if you're impressed. Stop being the person who walks into a room wondering, do they like me? Start being the person who walks in thinking, I wonder if I'll like them. This shift isn't just philosophical, it's practical power. It's magnetic. It's the difference between repelling people and drawing them toward you with a gravitational force they can't explain and can't resist. Here's what you need to understand. The solution isn't behavioral. You can't fake this. You can't contain your reactions like some awkward robot and expect results. That creates what's called the uncanny valley, that eerie feeling when something is almost human, but not quite. People sense the facade, and it makes them physically uncomfortable. No, this transformation has to come from within, from a place so deep that the change in your external behavior is merely a symptom of an internal revolution. The first step is getting present. The philosopher Alan Watts warned us. We are living in a culture entirely hypnotized by the illusion of time. Your mind is scattered, obsessing over past rejections, anxiously predicting future failures. You're never here, never now, never in your body, in your breath, in the single moment that actually exists. Eckhart Tolle articulated this perfectly. Realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. When you're fully present, truly grounded in the now, you become unmovable, unshakable, the center of gravity rather than the object being pulled. Meditation isn't spiritual nonsense. It's practical power training. It's learning to be the eye of the hurricane rather than the debris being thrown about. 5 minutes a day of sitting with your breath, not changing it, not controlling it, just witnessing it, will do more for your social magnetism than any pickup line or conversation hack ever could. But presence alone isn't enough. The second pillar of being grounded is what I call a positive life infrastructure. Look at your life right now. How many meaningful connections do you have? How diverse is your social ecosystem? How rich is your purpose? When you have hundreds of friends, when your calendar is full of people who genuinely enjoy your company, when you're chasing skills that make you untouchable, when you have a mission bigger than yourself, your need for any one person's validation naturally diminishes. You're not in scarcity. You're in abundance. Your desperation for validation is a biological signal of low status. It's your body advertising to everyone around you that you don't have options, that you don't have backup, that you're not selected by others. People instinctively flee from scarcity. It's wired into our survival programming. The Greek Stoics understood this. Seneca noted, "Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power." When you build a life of abundance, friends, purpose, passion, direction, you take ownership of your own power. You stop leaking energy toward others like a punctured battery. Building this positive life infrastructure isn't just about quantity. It's about quality. It's about cultivating relationships where you feel seen rather than evaluated. Activities where you feel expressed rather than performed. A purpose that pulls you forward rather than a desperation that pushes you. Right now, if your main goal in life is to get one person's approval, whether that's a romantic interest, a parent, a boss, or a mentor, you've already lost. You've handed over the keys to your worth. You've outsourced your value to someone who can never truly determine it. Some people try to mask their neediness with techniques like teasing or feigned indifference. This can work, briefly, but it's a temporary band-aid on a gushing wound. The neediness eventually bleeds through, and when it does, it's even more repulsive because now it's coupled with dishonesty. The irony that most never grasp is this. The moment you truly don't need validation is the moment you become irresistible. When you're grounded in your own experience, when you're the hero of your own movie, the center of your own orienting system. People can feel it. They're drawn to it. They want to be part of your story rather than have you be a footnote in theirs. Think about the most magnetic people you've met. Were they the ones desperately seeking your approval? Or were they so self-contained, so present, so grounded in their own experience that you found yourself wanting their attention? The answer reveals everything. Nietzsche challenged us. The individual has always had to struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. Your struggle isn't against rejection. It's against the suffocating comfort of belonging on someone else's terms. When you're grounded in your own validation, something miraculous happens. Your words carry weight. Your jokes land. Your presence is felt. The same exact lines that fell flat when you were needy suddenly become profound or hilarious when delivered from a place of groundedness. It's not what you say. It's the energetic foundation from which you speak. This isn't just theory. It's transformation I've witnessed firsthand. People who once entered rooms with an energy that silently screamed, "Please notice me," develop a quiet confidence that speaks volumes. The shift is remarkable. When they stop orbiting others and become their own center of gravity, the dynamics reverse completely. Suddenly, they're not chasing connection. Connection is chasing them. The reason is simple but profound. When you're not taking energy, you're giving it. When you're not feeding on others for validation, you become a source of validation. People feel expanded around you rather than depleted. But here's where the journey gets deeper, and where most people miss the point entirely. Your ultimate goal isn't to become attractive to others. That's just a pleasant side effect. Your goal is to come home to yourself, to remember who you truly are beneath the layers of social conditioning and biological programming. The Eastern traditions speak of the realm of the hungry ghosts, beings with enormous bellies and tiny mouths, forever starving, never satisfied. That's what you've become in your quest for external validation. A hungry ghost, desperately consuming but never filled. Your journey is one of remembering that you were never empty to begin with. Whenever you lose yourself in infatuation or neediness, whenever you're pulled away from your center by desire for approval or recognition, there's a choice. Get bitter or get better. Most choose bitterness. They create an identity around being the victim, the one who wasn't chosen, the one who was mistreated. They strengthen this false self and move further from their true nature. But you're going to choose better. You're going to use every moment of attachment, every instance of neediness, every painful rejection as a call to come home more deeply to yourself, to ground more fully in who you really are. This is the cosmic dance, losing yourself, finding yourself, losing yourself, finding yourself, each time returning with greater awareness, greater presence, greater power. Friedrich Nietzsche captured this eternal return perfectly. What if some day or night a demon were to steal after you into your loneliest loneliness and say to you, "This life as you now live it and have lived it, you will have to live once more and innumerable times more"? Would you not throw yourself down and gnash your teeth and curse the demon who spoke thus? Or have you once experienced a tremendous moment when you would have answered him, "You are a god, and never have I heard anything more divine"? Your life, with all its attachments, all its neediness, all its rejections, is not a punishment, but a purification, a refinement, a coming home to who you truly are. The great paradox is this: only when you can completely release your attachment to external validation can you truly receive it and keep it. Only when you can say, "I love this person completely, but I would be okay moving on by myself," does the relationship become effortless. Only when you can say, "I would love this success, but I don't need it to be whole," does achievement become natural. As the Tao Te Ching teaches, when you are content to be simply yourself and don't compare or compete, everyone will respect you. You're probably wondering, what's the practical application here? How do I actually become grounded in my own validation? It starts with presence practice, meditation, breath work, anything that brings you out of your scattered thoughts and into your body, into the now. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the air entering and leaving your lungs. Feel the weight of your body. This is your anchor. Next, build your life infrastructure. Cultivate deep friendships, not just romantic prospects, but genuine connections with people who see you. Develop passions that pull you forward. Find a purpose that's bigger than your own gratification. Create multiple sources of meaning so you're never dependent on just one. Then practice the art of intention coupled with release. Have desires, powerful, clear intentions for what you want. but then release your attachment to them. Hold them lightly. Want them fully while being completely okay without them. This isn't just some spiritual idea. It's practical psychology. The moment you can want something without needing it, you become powerful beyond measure. You operate from abundance rather than scarcity. You offer value rather than suck energy. And finally, remember who you truly are. Not this temporary collection of needs and desires, not this social identity seeking approval, but the awareness behind it all. The consciousness that witnesses the drama of your life without being consumed by it. The philosopher Rumi put it simply, "You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop." Your life is not remotely what you think it is. You are not remotely who you think you are. But through this process of losing yourself and finding yourself, of shedding your need for external validation and grounding in your own experience, you begin to glimpse your true nature. And from that place, centered, grounded, powerful, everything works. Every interaction flows. Every connection deepens. Every moment is enough. You walk into a room and people feel your presence without you saying a word. You start a conversation and it hooks immediately. You make a joke and people laugh not because they want your approval, but because it genuinely lands. You look someone in the eyes and they lean toward you rather than away. This isn't manipulation. It's liberation. Liberation from the prison of others' opinions. Liberation from the endless hunger for validation. Liberation into the truth of who you are. So make the decision today. Get present. Build your life infrastructure. Hold intentions while practicing release. Remember your true nature beneath the social conditioning and biological programming. If this resonates with you, I'd love to hear it in the comments, and please hit that thumbs up so we can help spread this message. And if you want to hear more, hit that subscribe. And thank you for being on this journey with me. Now go be the hero of your own movie. Be the center of your own universe. And go be grounded in your own validation and experience of life. See you soon.